everybody, welcome back. You're watching Sport Federation TV, and of course we're talking about sport in the Western Cape. You will know then, of course, a lot of athletes have been going through the ranks with regards to the various sport council awards, but of course a lot of our athletes are getting to these awards because they've been competing at provincial championships, national championships, etc. One of our biggest codes in South Africa, which I think probably all of you do at some other stage, is dance sport. Maybe you don't do it officially, maybe you just do it in your lounge at home in front of the TV, but dancing in South Africa is a national code, and our athletes really have been performing not only at a provincial, national level, but also at an international level. In studio with me now is Hannah October and Donovan Forbes. Hannah is, of course, a dance sport athlete, and Donovan is the Secretary General for dance sport. Donovan, let's start with you. Welcome.
Hi, JP. Thank you so much for having us. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be here.
First time for us to have you in studio?
That's good.
That's great. And Hannah, is this your first TV opportunity?
I've been on a TV interview before,
yeah,
but this is a bit different.
It's a bit different?
Yeah.
Okay. So Donovan, just run us through dance sport for the folks who don't know what dance sport is.
Well, firstly, we were formed in 1994. Definitely got to do with many genres. Yeah. I think people only really know us for ballroom and Latin American,
right,
but obviously we also have different genres, which is our hip-hop, contemporary, performing arts, freestyle, and breaking that's also going to the Olympics. So definitely, I think that is what people don't see when they just hear ballroom and Latin. They think that's dance sport. Yeah.
Hannah, let's go to you now. Firstly, I see you're wearing your Protea colors, so obviously you're somewhere along the line representing South Africa. You're going to have to tell us about that. But just tell us as Donovan was saying, which genre do you do?
I'm a Latin dancer, and I got my colors this weekend, and I will be dancing in Portugal in a week.
You're dancing in Portugal?
Yes, to represent South Africa.
Dancing with the Stars?
No, it's professional, like Latin dancing championships.
Do you have to dance with a partner?
Yes.
Yeah?
I have a dancing partner. His name is Jayden Lottering.
Yeah, we're going to be chatting with Jayden just now. He's going to come and join us, yeah?
We've only been dancing together for about 4 years, but we've really progressed and done very well together.
Yeah. And how much, Donovan, how much training do these kids have to do?
You know what, they are in studio every single week. They're having their lessons, they're having group classes. Some students are in the studio every single day of the week, sacrificing their weekends. It's definitely, if you're wanting to be on the level that they are at, you're having to put in extra hours. You don't really get to spend time with your family and friends like everyone else does, because obviously where they're going to, which is the WDSF World Championships, you need to be at a certain level in order to compete with the best of the best in the world.
The WDF Championships?
WDSF, World Dance Sport Federation.
World Dance Sport Federation, of course that's your mother body.
Our mother body,
right.
Yes.
So, but in your structure, you've of course got Latin, ball, just what is the difference between all these
Okay, so each one of the genres, so obviously we have the structure Federation of Dance Sport South Africa, which is basically comprising of ballroom and Latin, but we have our associate members, which is street dance, we have hip-hop, we have sabod, which is our performing arts, we have freestyle. So each one of them are also going to their respective world championships after their provincial championships. I mean, just in the week we had street dance give provincial colors to about 130 odd athletes. Sabod has given their awards the other day, and then at our provincial championships taking place next week, we are awarding 81 athletes as well. So it's really a big momentous occasion for dance sport, I think, because people haven't been doing this for about 16 years. So we've really achieved a lot.
That's fantastic. And Hannah, how did you get started with Latin dancing?
So I started at a very young age, and I was 5. And initially, I actually wasn't really sure about it, but I got into it, and as the years went by, my passion for the sport obviously grew, and I just continued to love it.
Yeah. And how do you compete? I mean, how often do you compete? You were saying that you guys train a number of hours every week, but how often do you actually compete?
There's about like one competition a month, 1 to 2. So every few weeks.
And who is, when you generally out there competing, who's the toughest competition?
Well, I would say we are the toughest competition.
Yeah.
But yeah, you always have to be on guard, and you should just continue to work harder, because there's always people who's going to want to beat you. So yeah.
All right. Well, Hannah, we're gonna say goodbye to you for a second, and we're gonna bring your dance partner Jayden Lottering in now, and we're gonna keep Donovan with us. And folks, now of course joining us is Hannah's dance partner Jayden. Jayden joins us. Jayden, welcome to Sport Federation TV.
Thank you for having me. It's so nice being here.
Is this your first time on TV?
No, just like Anna said, this is not my first time.
Not your first time.
but
You
it's
guys
really
do you guys do a
different.
lot of TV?
No, this is our second time. doing
Yeah.
it.
But Donovan, the world of Latin dance and ballroom dance is all about glitz and glamour. There's always a camera and a video.
No, definitely. I mean, like just our national championships took place last week and it was live. So, you
Yeah.
know, you have someone basically following the athlete. So that is also an intense part of competition.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you're not always used to it. It's just like, you know, you compete, but this time you have someone following you around.
Is that what it's about, Jayden? It's about how you look. It's about how other people look at you. In most sport codes like athletics, you have to run through something and be faster than everybody else. But for you guys, it's all about judges.
Yes, it is. It's like very competitive in terms of the way you look, the way you dress, and the way you just bring yourself up. So like, I at least spend 2 hours in the bathroom before I have to go on the floor, just making sure I look right.
Really?
Yes.
Is it all about grooming?
Yeah, I mean, like just earlier before we came in, he was telling Shabiz that, you know what, it takes his hair a certain amount of time and he wouldn't walk out without it being in place. So it's definitely also the aesthetic
Oh,
that comes
that's
across. Yeah.
definitely that. Do you feel that in the world of, because sport brings one out in the real world, do you feel that this brings for you a certain amount of confidence or the ability to deal with other people?
Yes, it has. It has helped with my confidence a lot. Like before, I wouldn't even step foot in my lounge and show like a move or anything. I would just stay in my room. I was
Yeah.
very scared to dance.
So we spoke to Hannah earlier on. How did you get started in dancing?
So I started at a much older age. I started at the age of 9, and I've also done ballroom besides Latin. I've also done ballroom, and I've really grown to love the sport. My mom also has done Latin, and she is a 10 dance champ.
She's also a dance champion.
Yes.
So do you guys dance at home?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I
You
love
practice?
dancing with my mom.
Donovan, is that something that how dance sports, we see a lot of our sport codes like rugby and baseball, it runs in the family, it's generations and generations of family members who have done the same sport code. Is dance sport like that?
It's definitely, I
Really?
think it's definitely one of those things. I mean, I got into dancing because of my siblings. And today I'm sitting on an executive level,
Yeah.
provincial and national, and they have nothing to do with dance sports. So it's definitely something that also grows within families.
Now these Hannah and Jayden are of course on their way to Portugal. They're going to be competing in the World Championships.
That's correct. So they have been the South African champions within 2021.
Yeah.
They've been crowned the South African champions, and that's where they were selected to represent South Africa. They've just been crowned the South African Junior 2 champions again this year. Unfortunately, they won't be able to represent in that category next year because they both will be dancing in the youth championship. So we wish them all the best.
Right.
But obviously taking this opportunity and definitely thriving in this moment to represent not only South Africa but the Western Cape as well.
Yeah. And Jayden, how long do you guys go for? Is it you fly in, you do one dance and you fly out, or do you stay for a week and lots of dancing?
We are staying for a week, so we fly out on the 24th, the Tuesday, the evening, and then we arrive the 30th, the night,
Right.
the evening. Yes.
And who's going to be the tough competition? Who are you coming? You're going to Portugal, but who are you expecting to go head to that's going to be really?
I'm not too sure.
know.
There are a lot of talented young dancers I've seen on Instagram, like on social media. So I'm not too sure.
Does it
but
matter, or is it just you go out and do your best?
It does matter at like the back of my mind, but also the most important thing for me is going out there and doing my best.
Yeah. Can you psych them out in a competition like this, Donovan? Is there a sports psychology things that go on in these competitions?
It's definitely, you know what, I think with the two of them, they also are the kind of competitors that also just psych themselves out.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean, that
yeah,
could
yeah.
also be intimidating to couples at the same time because they never sit in one place. They're always
Yeah.
warming up. So definitely it can create a bit of a stir.
And you guys know that you and Hannah must actually just go there and have as much fun as possible.
Yes.
Okay.
Besides dancing, I also want to have a very nice experience, like a
Yeah.
fun experience, because this is also my first World Champs.
But while you're dancing, do you feel like you're having fun?
Yes, it's also fun, but
Yeah.
like
But now
my
it's game time.
priority is my technique and
Okay.
movement.
You guys take it so seriously. This is the world of high performance athletes. There's
Yeah,
no holding back.
definitely
Well, I
there's no
suppose
holding
that's
back.
why you are the best in the country
Yes.
and the best in the province. So, Donovan, it's been great having you in studio. Congratulations on all the fantastic work you guys are doing with dance sport. We know that it's a handful, all the different codes, like you said, street dance and hip hop and Latin and ballroom and all that. And we can't wait to see all of your athletes bring back lots of medals for the province.
Thank you so much, JP. Thank you for having us. It's really been a pleasure. Thanks.
Jayden, and to you and Hannah, enjoy every second. And when you guys get back, hopefully we'll get you back in studio. You can come talk to us again and tell everybody what it was like to compete against the best in the world.
Thank you so much for having me here. And yes, I will come back to studio.
There we go. There we go, folks. Isn't that just fantastic seeing our athletes coming through the ranks and competing at a provincial level and getting through to South Africa, winning the championships and on the way to the world championships. That really is amazing for us. And it just goes to show how far sport and South African sport has come in the last few years. Folks, that's a wrap from us this evening. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place. Have a fantastic sporting weekend. Bye-bye.